All right, we
Party
ready to
on,
do
Wayne.
this? All right. So hopefully you can see my live my live camera there in Discord. I'll be showing images up there for you to look at. Occasionally, I will also be popping things up in the game. Did I lose somebody?
I'm here.
I think
Okay.
Jason. No.
So
I'm here.
occasionally I will pop up an image in the screen like this. So hopefully you can do that and see that just fine. All right, here we go. First of all, don't forget about the inspiration points. You all have the ability to give away a point of inspiration to one of your fellow players, usually in acknowledgement of something well done, something humorous, something clever, and they can use that to roll one die at advantage at a later point. So if you get a moment where you can give away that inspiration point, don't forget about doing that. And it's probably best to do it early so they get an opportunity to use it. I will try to think of that as well if there are opportunities for me to give away an inspiration point. So we've all talked about your background stories separately, and now we're going to start to come together as a party. You're all in Silvery Moon, all for different reasons, and you all have previously gone to the Bright Blade Brandished, which is a bar on the riverfront, to see about getting employment as an adventurer. You found a recent posting, a help wanted ad, and answered it. This is a little bit different than what I told you, Senthon. You had your own reason for going to the Bright Blade, which you already know about. So today you're making your way through the city back towards the Bright Blade to answer that ad, because today's the day that the person who posted the ad said he was going to be there. So a little bit about Silvery Moon. It is a garden city. It's a very beautiful city. People take a lot of pride in how they keep their shops and their homes, and the city is fairly well kept. It's a big walled city. I don't know if you can see on the image there. It is in two pieces divided by the River Robin, which runs right through the middle of it, and a magnificent bridge that goes across it. Because of the shape of the city, that is a river valley, it is rather hilly as you lead away from the river. Both banks kind of slope up as you might expect, and so very much winding through the town is an exercise of going up and down hills as you go through the roads and the alleyways. The main feature here, and I'm going to start doing some scene changes here, so bear with me as I change scenes. The main feature in town, as I described, is the Moon Bridge, which is the bridge over the Robin that connects the two halves of the city. If we can get the image to come up here. It is a magical bridge, which can be taken down in times of emergencies, but it is a striking feature that you can see from almost any point in the city, and it's kind of a visual and communal focal point. People do enjoy just going to the bridge and looking at the things that are going on in the river around it. So you make your way down to the riverfront, which is where the Bright Blade Brandished is. And now here I am forgetting to set the audio. See, when I'm doing these scene changes, I have to do both audio and visual. Get audio going here. Hopefully this comes through fine for you all. Here. So you make your way down to the riverfront to make your way towards the Bright Blade. How's that sound on your end? You all hear that?
No.
You're not getting the background audio?
No. I hear something, but I can't really hear it.
I'm not hearing anything.
What about you, Mike? Can you hear the...
Check.
You're not getting the in-game audio.
I can hear it a little bit. Yeah, it's real light. It's good.
Okay. Mike and Jason, you're both
Hey,
muted.
you might bring it up just a little bit.
Yeah, sorry. I'm eating a little lunch while I'm listening, so I don't want
Okay.
you guys hearing my chewing. So but I'm listening.
Appreciate that. So, are you both getting the audio? Okay.
Yeah, I am not getting any audio other than hearing you talk.
Well, you're having all kinds of AV problems today. So that should be
I don't know. I mean,
coming from your browser.
I think ideally I might really just need to restart my computer and see if that works, but I don't know if I want to delay any longer.
Okay. Well, maybe offline we'll work through some of your tech issues and see if we can't get you taken care of.
Maybe if we do a break at some point, I'll do a reboot.
Okay. All right. So you're making your way down along the riverfront. Got the image of the riverfront up here. So along the riverfront, it's a little bit different than the rest of the city. It obviously has a little bit of a riverfront smell to it, which can be a rather noticeable odor, but it's not overpowering. You see ships unloading, and then activity at the warehouses that are right along the riverfront area, and the sounds that you might expect that go along with bustling commerce in this portion of the town. Pull that down just a little bit. This part of town is known as the blue-collar part of town. It can get just a little bit rougher, which is all relative. It's not like Waterdeep or one of those other big cities where you get a lot of really rough areas. It's mild by comparison, but if there is a part of the city where you want to be a little bit more cautious about what's going on around you, it would be in this part of town, along the riverfront, near the docks here. So let's transition as you go into the Bright Blade and reset the scene. Bright Blade up. What I really need is a producer that's running these images for me and these audio changes. So, as you enter the Bright Blade, it's a good-sized tavern. It's fairly spacious, and it's well attended. A lot of people come in here, so there's a bit of a din of a noise even at this time in the morning. There's a lot of sounds, bowls and clanging glasses, and obviously a lot of talking, and then you can hear the crackle of a fire. As you go in, it is a bit darker than the bright sunshine from the outside, so your eyes have to adjust a little bit to the relative dimness of the tavern. The first thing that grabs you is the smells of the tavern. The smokiness coming from the fire is the obvious first thing that hits you, but above that you can get some food that's being carried through the room, probably a stew that's being cooked, but definitely some nice fresh bread that's being baked somewhere in the building. And then also you're going to get the hint of ale. This is an older place. A lot of drunkards come in here, and obviously a lot of accidents happen. So over the years and decades, there's probably enough ale soaked into the wood that the place just kind of has that overtone to it. As you get in there are a lot of eyes that come to you. Almost everyone looks up to see who just came through the door. As the light comes spilling in, it just draws everyone's attention. Some just kind of glance up to you, and then immediately return to their conversation and their food and totally disregard you. Some examine you briefly as though maybe they're looking for somebody in particular to come through the door, and you're not that person, so they then return to doing whatever that they were doing before. But there are a few eyes that stay studying on you, almost kind of sizing you up or trying to figure out what your purpose is. And so their gaze lingers quite a bit longer, and you take note of that. A few of those people that you do notice kind of stare at you a little bit longer would be the barkeeper behind the bar, and perhaps he's just looking for you to make an order or some food of some kind. Immediately on your right, there's a strong man, obviously a bouncer of some kind, and he's studying you with his hand on his sword hilt, just kind of making sure that you're not here to cause trouble. And then there's the barmaid who is looking at you, but then immediately returns to all the people that want her attention. But there are a few other people in some quiet corners that look like they're trying not to draw too much attention, that are whispering amongst themselves and kind of looking up at you at the same time, suggesting that maybe you're something of worthy of attention in some way. You disregard all that, though. You go in. You ask the barkeeper if the person that posted that is here yet. He indicates he doesn't think so. So you grab some food and some drink, and you go find a quiet corner to wait on whoever it is that's going to hire you to show up and announce his presence. The food, by the way, is pretty darn good. It's hearty portions, as you might expect, that sailors and dock workers like to eat. Lots of heavy meats and potatoes kind of stuff, and good fresh bread. So it's the kind of thing that you would expect would satisfy that kind of crowd. Not a lot of flair to it, but certainly a lot of substance to it. So then, as you finish your food, wondering if this person's ever going to finally show up, a person of interest does come through the door. Show him off.
Quite striking.
This is a gnome, and an old gnome. You've seen gnomes in your days, but this guy is quite clearly up in the years for a gnome. He moves kind of sprightly for an old guy, though. He walks in the room. To describe him briefly, he's wearing round spectacles, as you can see here. The robes are kind of obvious, but they're odd colors, and there are some splotches and stuff on it that looks as though perhaps some things have been spilled on it from time to time. Some odd colors and so forth. When he speaks, he's got kind of a pitchy voice, and he talks kind of quickly, as you might expect a gnome to do. And he always gestures a lot with his hands. He announces himself as the person that posted the ad, and asks anyone who's answering the ad to come step forward and present themselves. And now we get to decide who's going to step forward first. I'll go ahead and do the bard stepping forward first, but I want the three of you to roll d20s to see who's going to step forward after that. We'll make highest go first. So to roll a d20, a little education here. In the chat window at the bottom where you can type stuff, you can just type in /roll space d20, and that will give you a single die roll of a d20.
What was that again, Howard? Slash?
/roll ROLL space d20. Just like that. All right. So the first person to step forward is a human male. He doesn't just step forward. He kind of strides forward. He's very confident. His shoulders are back. And he draws a lot of attention as he steps forward, with all the eyes in the room kind of staring at him. He seems to kind of enjoy the attention of all those eyes on him. He's of average build, has some striking features, neatly groomed hair, and a warm, engaging smile. Every bit of gear that's on him seems to be in fine condition, and almost as though it was chosen as much for how it looks as how it works. Some of the items that he has on him that draws your attention includes a stringed instrument that's strapped across his back, and a pan flute that's on his belt, almost as though it's at the ready position that he can grab it at any moment, which is next to a sword. When he does speak, his voice is kind of bold and rich, and it punches through the room with clean diction and kind of a melodic tone as he talks. And he introduces himself as Stefan Radiant. And then he kind of pauses to see who else is going to step forward. So who got the highest roll here? That would be Madad Alade. Help me out here.
You can call me Connery.
Okay.
That's fine. I know.
So give us.
Many of you are versed in Gaelic in its true form.
Give us the first impression of Connery as he comes to present himself.
Well, there's not a whole lot that is like eye-catching about him. I mean, he's 6 foot, 175 pounds. He's not an imposing figure at all. His features are those that might be easily forgotten. His head is shaved on the sides, but he has a very well-groomed hair on top of his head. And he's wearing robes, so it's kind of hard to tell much else about those features. He appears to be very fit, but his stature was one of confidence and balance. He's pretty quiet, but he's been scanning the room the entire time he's in here to kind of, get the lay of the land. So, he would just step up and just introduce himself as I'm Connery, and I've answered the ad here. And that's about it.
All right. Next up in the dice roll is Synthon.
Yes.
So Synthon, describe Synthon. What would be the first impression that people might form? First, getting a glimpse of.
Looks to be a little bit of a badass. Appears to be wearing some sort of hooded cloak. Has kind of a Van Dyke or goatee type beard on him. And he looks like he's pissed off.
All right.
That's what I'm saying.
So let's have the other two of you roll a quick perception roll, if you can pick up anything about Synthon, because there is something that's kind of obvious.
Did Synthon introduce himself? Did he say I'm Synthon? What's going on? So you're rolling a d20.
Yeah. A roll perception. Open up your character sheet, click on perception. And
I feel like I've forgotten everything about this game already. It's terrible.
Yeah, I've forgotten a few things. I'm going to have to get back into it here.
You're muted, Mike.
Are we rolling? Are we all rolling again, Howard?
I can't hear you, Mike.
I feel dumb here.
No. I can see your mouth moving. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me, Howard?
I got you. I got
Jason.
you, Jason.
Yeah.
How about now?
Yes.
Yeah, now we can hear you.
So, let's see. The game is paused, but perception would be a +3.
Oh.
So I got a 19.
Let me unpause the game so you can actually roll dice. That's your problem.
I was like going, what is going on?
All right.
It was a test to see if you passed.
Right.
Let's see what Connery comes up with here.
Okay, now where do we get the I forgot.
Character sheet. Just double click on your are you guys not on the map yet?
There's no icons.
Yeah, I'm like going, what's going on?
Hey, it would
I
probably
feel
help
stupid.
that. Would probably we'll just stick you right here in the middle of the room, answering this this ad.
Ah, there we go. I was like, what?
You didn't expect everything to go flawlessly in this game, did you?
Okay, now I'm doing a perception, which is off of.
I got a 19, Howard.
Yeah, I got you. I'm going to describe what you notice. I just want to see if Matt's matches anything over a 15.
Oh, perception. There we go. Am I rolling at advantage? Normal?
Nope.
What are we doing here?
Normal. Just
Normal.
seeing if you,
Normal. Okay. Okay.
oh.
I didn't notice him in the room.
Holy
So,
shit! How did this guy show up?
I'm doing my
I'm supposed to be the one who has perception.
All right, Matt, give me a second here. I'm going to pass some information to Mike. So, Synthon is wearing a holy symbol. It's a symbol of Tyr. You know that Tyr is the god of justice. So it would appear to you as though he is either a cleric or a paladin of Tyr. You're back, Matt.
Yep.
So, all right. With introductions out of the way, he goes over to the barkeeper and orders some food. He gets some cheese, some bread, and some ale to be sent back to the room that he's going to lead you all to. And I've lost my place in my notes here. And so he leads you all back here. And I need to get Stefan in there as well. And the barmaid does come in and deliver everything that he asked for, and then closes the door behind her so that you can have a nice private conversation. The gnome introduces himself as Kohanbik Zadphase. He's a maker of potions. In fact, his little potion shop is just up the hill from the Bright Blade, not maybe a block away from here. He has been, due to the recent conflict in Sundabar, trying to ship some of his wares through the pass over to Sunderbar. And he says, as he explained to the Tyran, and he gestures over to Stefan, yesterday, the shipment that he had sent in a caravan was apparently raided. The caravan, the wagon was apparently the last in the line of the caravan, was hit by goblins, which managed to kill the horse and stop that particular wagon. The driver of the wagon fled and made his way back to the city, which is why Zodphase was aware of what had happened. And the rest of the caravan hurried away from the goblins. So the goods were presumably taken by the goblins. He had a box of some very fine potions that he was trying to send to the nice folks of Sunderbar who could use them right now as the city is under siege. He has asked the help of the Temple of Tyr and sent the Justicar sent Synthon down here to lead an expedition to try to go recover these stolen potions. He is prepared to offer you 5 gold to take the job, plus 10 gold per potion that you manage to recover and bring back to him. And he starts to say something else, then pats his cloak as though absent-mindedly he has forgotten something. He says, and I had one other thing to give to you as part of my payment, but I forgot to bring it. Allow me to run up the hill to grab them real quick. I won't be but a few minutes. And he suggests maybe you could use this time to kind of introduce yourselves to each other, so that you can kind of have a little working familiarity before you go together on this job. And he excuses himself from the room real quick. So Stefan, being Stefan and never wanting to let a nice opportunity to speak go by, speaks up and says, well, I'm Stefan Radiant. I am a bard, a teller of tales, a singer of songs. I've traveled quite a bit over the realms, trying to grow my craft, but I find that I'm at a severe disadvantage to my companions who have lived more years and seen more things than I have done. So I'm going to go out there and live some of real adventure for myself as material for my stories and my songs. So I was hoping to take jobs like this, make a little bit of money, enjoy a little bit of adventure, and then have some material for my stories. So don't worry about me. I know how to use a sword. I'm not just a helpless person tagging along here. I'll do my part when the time comes, and if we have to do battle, I can help. And then he stops and lets you all leap in there to say anything you want to say about what it is you can contribute to the group. And in other words, he's looking to see if you guys want to offer any of your backstory.
Roger that.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm from the village of Sinchil, and used to travel with a fellow named Carwin West. Yeah. The organization that I'm part of is the Order of the Silver Hand, and our motto is "By blood and honor we serve." I don't really place a whole lot of stock in wealth or well-mannered folk. Money and matters won't really save you from a hungry owlbear. That's my motto. Definitely believe in the greater good. It's each person's responsibility to make the most happiness of the whole tribe. My closest bonds are with my family clan. And if I didn't mention, I'm a paladin. And one of my flaws, particularly being in a tavern like this, is pretty enamored by ale and wine and other intoxicants. So I need to be careful in that regard. But willing to fight for what I believe in. Also in servitude to Tyrion.
If you two want to roll on your religion, I
Is
can.
that a 20?
You don't need to roll on religion. You know everything about Tyr.
Yep.
Who rolled the 11?
So they're rolling. What are they rolling for?
They're rolling to see if I can give them a little bit more information about Tyr.
Okay.
So it's pretty common knowledge. Tyr is the god of justice. What is a little bit different about Tyr is it's not civil justice. They don't necessarily follow the local authorities' sense of justice. They have their own sense of right and wrong, their own balance of justice. So Tyrans seek to try to bring justice to all. So occasionally they will go against civil authorities if they think they're doing what's just. High priests and paladins of Tyr are known as justicars. They are kind of empowered to dispense justice on their own terms. They're kind of like a judge, jury, and executioner all rolled into one. Literally like Judge Dredd, set in the Forgotten Realms. So a lot of civil disputes are taken to the Temple of Tyr. They actually have a court in the temple. So sometimes when people have some sort of dispute that they want some third party to adjudicate, they will go to a justicar to come to some sort of resolution. So Tyrans are known as very law and order kind of people, but it's their own sense of what justice is that prevails. So there's a little bit of backstory on what Tyr is all about. All right.
Sounds very logical to me.
Does Ray or golly, I gotta remember your characters. Connery want to leap in and add anything to share with the group about their motivations or their...
I can do that. My name is Connery. I am a member of the Order. I recently moved here with my master, and I have been tasked with kind of getting out there and helping people and doing what I can for the Order and for those around me. Since I'm new to the area, I don't know a whole lot about what's going on here, but I'll help out in any way that I can. I don't sling spells or bash people in the mace, but I am well versed in the martial arts. Do what I can to help.
All right.
I do, follow the tenets of my order. We do not follow any one specific god. We do not have temples, so to speak, to any one particular god. But I see the need for the worship freely of all people to their gods. Certainly those that help people, I guess, would be a good way to put that. So, yeah, not a whole lot, but I'm here to help.
I guess I'll put down my pint glass of beer. I am a halfling, well-bearded, and I introduce myself as a scout of late from Baldur's Gate who relocated to seek new opportunities after a bad business deal. I may not be as much of a fighter. I'll be counting on you two because obviously you're better equipped at bashing heads than I am. He gestures to his small stature. But I can get in and out. I can mark the path. You know, if you need something done quietly, I can probably get it done for you.
So almost right on cue, because all things in these stories happen with fortunate timing. The gnome wanders back in, and he lays out a set of 4 potions. All look very much the same. They're almost the size of like a shot in some kind of wooden vial with a stopper in it. And he says, these are some of my best healing potions. So hopefully these will keep you safe as you go out there and face the goblins and whatever else you have to do. So these are also part of my payment to you for helping me get my potions back. So after you've gone and you've tried to recover the potions, you can come collect your reward at my shop. And he gives a description of the shop and where to find it up the hill. He says, I suggest you take advantage of the day because you do not want to get caught on the side of the mountain at night. It is early in the morning, so he takes his leave and he heads back up to his shop. He before he leaves, he describes the road, which is the road through the Silverman Pass, and it's the one and only road, so it's not going to be hard to find.
Okay.
So, with that, Jason, you still out there? Oh, you're muted. I can't tell because I don't get camera from him. I'm going to reset scenes.
I am out here. I am here.
I assume you all take the job, correct?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm not sure we're getting paid enough, though.
Hey, those
The
potions are pretty...
Justicar. Yes, I'll agree with the Justicar.
Well, you're probably right, but there's always opportunities for alternative revenue flows.
All right, resetting.
We'll
the
do
scene.
it. It's a good test to see what kind of a team we are.
So did I catch the fact that he talked to you, the Temple of Tyr, to get this job done? Is that what happened? Did I miss that?
I think that question
Who's
was
that
directed
directed to?
Synthon.
Yeah.
Oh.
Did I miss that? Or am I assuming that?
That is what he implied.
Well, I think that is what he implied.
Okay. So are you the de facto leading this operation here? Is that what's going on?
You don't remember that from your
Seems
setup,
like since
Jason?
Is that?
You don't remember that
setup?
setup?
I don't remember. No, I don't remember that setup.
Yeah,
But yeah.
Well, he did start it through your church, so
yeah.
that kind of makes you the first contact.
Yes, I think I would be the leader.
Okay. I was just trying to make sure that I don't know, it's one of those things. I want to know who's kind of in charge here. So
yeah. Just to kind of reset the backstory, since it's not fresh in your memory. So the previous day, the gnome did come to the church, talk to your boss, the Justicar that's in the temple there, and he tasked you with this job because the other Justicars are so busy dealing with all the problems at Sunderbar, and there aren't any Justicars around. So he's sending you, a lowly squire, to help this gnome out, and he told you to recruit some folks from the Bright Blade to carry out this mission, and that the gnome
Okay.
would fund the expedition.
I got you.
Rinfred Cindermark, my Justicar,
Yes,
and being mentored by.
that is the one. He's got too many duties back at the Tower of Balance, and so he's sending you, which is a big honor, because this is the first time he's trusted you to dispense your own justice.
All right. That's my favorite kind.
Well, I don't have a horse, and I have short legs, so we should probably get started soon.
Yeah, I was going to say, does anybody else have transportation? Mine are right here. That's my dogs. So, how far out of town is this?
He really didn't say. You're just gonna have to follow the trail till you find the to the wagon.
Gotcha.
Well, what I suggest is that we can travel normally until we get at least toward the outskirts. Then as we get toward the mountain area where he said that they were attacked, I'll go ahead and mark if I find anything. I may not be the best tracker, but I should be able to handle it.
You already answered one of my questions. Is there a marching order, and is there any kind of standard operating procedure as you travel? The scout has spoken. He's taking the point.
Now
I can concur with that.
Okay, I can kind of help out in either role. I am pretty stealthy as well, and I'm pretty good in a fight. So I don't know how you want to handle that.
Oh, don't worry. If there's a fight, I'll be running back.
Okay.
I'm no hero. I'm not going to fight a goblin tribe on my own.
How many potions are we talking about here?
There was one each.
Do we need? No. I mean, for that we're going to bring back. In other words,
box.
Do we need
Just
a
each set of
wagon?
box.
Do we need
a box of them?
Okay, a box of them. All right. Okay, I didn't know if we needed to
How
procure
big
a
is the
wagon.
box?
Yeah, is this halfling size box? Is this a ogre size box?
He didn't say.
Okay.
He's a gnome.
So,
He's a gnome. He's a gnome
Okay.
size box.
yeah, but he's a merchant, so you know. Do you guys have perhaps a wagon or something we can bring, or anything from the church? Horse and wagon? I don't know.
That would be in our inventory. We had it. Correct?
Yeah.
Dungeon Master?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. If it's not in your inventory, you don't have immediate access to it.
Okay. All right. So no. All right.
I do not have any sort of. Does not appear I have any sort of transportation.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. So you
So I think
truly
we're-
are on your own. Let's get moving.
I think we're on foot unless we want to go buy something. So why don't?
How about
I agree
before we
with-
go, I can check with one of the caravans. They might have some information about that particular road.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Okay, so pause this travel music for just a second.
Where'd that come from?
Well, I thought you guys were getting underway, so the travel music kicked in. What do you know about that?
Yeah. So I was thinking, like an investigate, just to get some information about the road. Like, how far is it to the rough description area that we
Can we
were told that they were
can we
attacked?
find the guy who,
If they
who
were
was
attacked,
So
Is that possible?
Synthon has lived in this town for a bit of time now, enough to know his way around. And he knows that the way to get there is to exit to the north of the city through the Hunter Gate. And if anyone would know anything about the conditions on the road between Silvery Moon and Sunderbar, it's probably the Knights in Silver that are going to be at that gate.
Okay.
All right.
So I assume that's your course of action.
Yeah.
Who's going to speak for the group when you talk to the knight?
Once we get to the gate, I'm just going to walk right up to him and say, "Hi, hey, how you doing? Hey, my companions and I are going out, and I give them the description of the area, and we could use some information. Is there anything going on there that we should be aware of? Really just looking for any news. No one wants to die on a trip,
So
and
the guard
I did roll a persuasion.
I saw that. The guard, which by the way, the knights in silver are very striking. And you've all seen them around town. They're at all the gates. They're on either end of the Moon Bridge, and every now and then you'll see them just kind of patrolling throughout the city. They are quite literally knights in silver. They are head to toe in heavy plate mail armor, which looks to be made of silver, although likely it is some kind of steel clad in silver. But it is all of it. The shiniest armor you ever did see. They are not all about being subtle. They are very high profile. This knight asks, so you're looking to go through the pass to Sunderbar? Is that my understanding of your question?
Towards Sunderbar, yeah. I don't. We're not actually going all the way to Sunderbar. There was a merchant caravan that had a little accident. We're doing some recovery work, all on the up and up.
So he kind of looks at your diminutive side and shrugs and goes, "All right, it's your funeral." The road is not being patrolled. We don't have enough available knights to be patrolling the road, so it is a little bit wild right now. In fact, a caravan was raided just yesterday, and the caravan driver barely made it out with his life. So if you're going to take the road, you're going to want to probably proceed with caution because there aren't patrols on it right now.
Thanks.
Sure thing. Good luck.
We'll be back.
All right. So, you guys taking the trip now, or are you doing anything else in the city before you leave?
Yeah. Unless they had something else that they wanted to check. Good enough for you guys?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, let's move out.
Was this the caravan? The caravan he spoke of, is that the one that we're going after? That was just yesterday.
I would assume so, unless they're having a lot of caravans attacked.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Oh, you're going to ask the knight this?
Yeah. Is this the guy that made it back that was carrying the gnome supplies? You said
I don't know
one that was a.
I don't know anything about a gnome. I just know that one of the caravans tried to go through, and one of the wagons didn't make it, and the driver came back.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was asking. So that the driver is the one that he came through this gate.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Where it is right now.
Out of curiosity, Howard, what do I know about goblins? Short, mean.
You know about goblins? Well, how about we do a die roll and see what you know about goblins?
Sure.
I'm not sure if that would be nature or
Insight.
Yeah, let's go with insight. I like that.
Insight.
God, it's really terrible.
So, are you,
Hey.
So what do I know about goblins?
Hey, what do I know? I know Vinny, my cousin.
well, you do know that they're roughly halfling size. They are small. Mm-hmm. They're not particularly powerful, any one of them, but they tend to travel in big groups. and some of those groups can get really big. And they are extremely mischievous and extremely troublesome.
Now, a little meta game here, but are we talking old school goblins or the new revised PC goblins? In other words, it used to be that all goblins were evil, and it was just that was the common knowledge, and then they changed it because that wasn't representative.
You're understanding that in general, relative to what you call civilized society, they are generally considered to be evil.
Got it.
They whatever their motives are, they don't align with civil society.
Cool.
We talking Ewoks without hair?
Shaved
Like
Ewoks.
And kind of bad dispositions.
Got it.
All right.
But it's has no compunction against eating people.
Probably not.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's change scenery.
Not get eaten.
Right.
All right.
Give me just a second here.
Okay.
Give me just a second here.
So unless somebody objects, I'm going to go with what I had suggested. Is that I'm assuming like the outskirts, you'll have some farms or something like that on the outside of the wall, and then as you get further and further away, it gets more and more wild. So once we start passing the farms, so that we don't have them anymore, then I'm going to go for stealth.
Got it. Well, if ever we come up to a situation where your stealth is of benefit, we will handle that at that moment.
Sure.
Do we have a map of where we're going?
We do.
Wow.
So, since you asked the question, let's, before we set this scene, thought I opened it. Go. So this is the Silver Marches. Down over here is Silvery Moon, and you can see the river cutting through it. Over here, up and to the east and slightly north, is the Nether Mountains, and the Silvery Moon Pass cuts through the middle of them. There are 3 areas along the road. The little village of Kelb is the first thing you'll hit. That's right at the foot of the mountains, right before you go up. Somewhere up in the mountains, there is a Knights in Silver outpost called Hawk's Nest. Based upon the description that a gnome gave you, you don't think you're going to have to go nearly that far. And then beyond that is Avondale, another village on the far side that's at the other foot of the mountains. And then beyond that is Sunderbar, which is another large city.
All right. So we're thinking that the incident happened somewhere between Kelb and Hawk's Nest then.
Based upon its description,
this was what I wanted earlier. Was a map.
They weren't quite heavily into the mountains when they weren't that far along. He seemed to think that you would get there and back within a day if you did it right.
Okay.
But say that again, Howard, about distance.
He seemed to think that you could get there and back within a day, which is why he urged you to get going.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. So we don't really need that many rations. I was going to ask what kind of rations we had.
No.
It should just be a day in and out, so.
Yeah. And do we have any intel as far as historically are goblins known to come from the north or the south? Any other intel regarding that?
We can do a diary.
Yeah, Sithon, where do they usually attack?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not from around here. We just moved here, so I don't really have any lay of the land at all.
Newtown, who dis?
Yeah. This ain't my hood.
how about we do an insight roll, if you
Okay.
want
All right. All of us?
to.
Or just-
Whoever wants to consider it to see if this is part of.
Man, you need to give me a new die. This die sucks.
I'm sorry. How do you roll again? Do you?
So
You're not
so
even
if you're
logged
doing
into
a-
your
character
character.
sheet?
you're not in the game, are you? That's probably why you can't hear sound.
Me? I'm in the game.
Yeah, but down at the bottom,
You
the
don't have a
players-
character assigned.
Yeah.
You're talking to me, right, Jason? 'Cause
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can
Yes.
see myself.
Jason.
Yes.
I,
Just says Jason and
I
next
mean-
to us. It has our character's name.
Can you
Yeah,
double click on
um,
Synthon and open up a sheet?
yeah, I'm in the game. I mean, I'm in the forge, and I can see the
Okay,
other
I don't know why
characters,
it's
like,
not showing
my-
your character. Okay, so when you
I'll be
open
right
up your character, you'll see your skills on the left and your attributes.
Yeah,
simply-
yep.
Simply click on the word insight, and you'll get
Okay.
a pop-up box, and then roll a normal roll.
Got it. Okay.
So, to the best of any of your knowledges, there's no particular pattern that you know of to how the goblins attack or why. The only thing you do know is that it's not very common for them to do that, and it must probably be something to do with the fact that the patrols are not happening right now.
Right. Easy pickings.
Yeah.
We can discuss all this on the way. It's not like I just wanted to see a map and how far it was and get some idea in my head. You know,
Okay.
being able to kind of churn it through.
All right. Well, when Mike gets
Well,
back,
Mickey-
we'll
I
go
think if
through
we
the-
went at. Yeah, go ahead, Howard.
I said when Mike gets back, we'll go through the narrative of your travel.
So if and sorry, I'm just kind of getting used to the game here and the role playing of it. But the so we would at least go with the day's rations, I would think. And I know I've got 1 day's is that a day's ration times 10? Is that
Yeah. You've got
1
10 days
day?
ration.
Okay, so I've got 10 days rations.
Yeah. So you would have to get
Okay.
really stuck up in the mountains before you to go through all those.
Yeah. Okay. And I guess that I would ask my comrades if they also have rations.
We're good.
Stefan says he's fine, and he can also do a bit of hunting if the need arises. But hopefully the gnome was right, and you'll be back.
We
within a
have.
day.
I don't know what my comrades have for weaponry, but I do have a longsword, a mace, and a quarterstaff. I think we should be going up prepared in terms of what we have for weaponry. So, Ray and Connery, what's your weaponry?
I've got a short bow and a short sword because I'm short.
I am a weapon.
You are a weapon. All right.
I point to some. He's the law, and you're the weapon.
All right. I
I will
like
be
that cloak,
in
Mike.
hand-to-hand range,
Mike.
and I do have you see I have a rather large spear. It's like a martial arts, spear like you'd see in
Okay.
So
So we at least have one short bow, distance weapon, and I guess you could throw a spear. So
yep.
Okay,
Well,
let's try to
I
figure out-
am the weapon. I'm not kidding.
okay, what is your weaponry skills? What do you
I'm a monk.
so
Yeah.
I'm unfamiliar with the monk skills.
He's
Oh,
a
you're
kung
not
fu
really-
master.
I'm a kung fu master.
Kung fu, all right.
Well, I'm not a master. I am just a pupil. I'm a Padawan.
If he survives,
You're
he will
Bruce.
be a
If I
kung fu
survive,
master.
I may eventually become a master. It's one of the prerequisites for being a master. I must survive.
Okay, well let's get going. See, Ray, I think you agreed to take the lead, and I'll kind of follow, and then see, Conray, why don't you kind of stay close to me, behind me, and let's start heading out.
You guys keep dismissing Stefan. Don't forget he's with you.
Oh yeah, Stefan. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't see him. I don't see him in the game.
He's an NPC.
I do see him. I'm sorry. You know how I did? Yeah, right.
Is it we turn characters again? I can't remember when we get to that.
It's shift mouse wheel.
Okay, shift mouse wheel. Okay, yep, there we go. All right.
Okay.
Got it.
So let's hit the road. Let me reset the stage here. And pull up the road. You already have the travel music going. So you've been on the road for a while.
Travel music.
Yeah, I don't know why you're not hearing the music. We're going to work on that.
No, I am hearing it.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
I figured out what's going on with the travel music. He's got 3 monitors up here, and the sound for the travel music is coming through the 3rd monitor.
Is that where the browser is?
Yeah.
All right.
That's bizarre.
So, your journey. You leave, as I said, through the Hunter's Gate. You obviously asked a few questions of the guard on your way out, and tried to get some intelligence about what's going on, but everything seems to be as you suspected. The new piece of information that you picked up that the gnome probably didn't know was that there are no patrols right now, so you're kind of on your own.
Mm-hmm.
The road itself is capable of handling wagon traffic, but just barely. It is not paved, and if there was bad weather, the road would become very difficult to traverse. This road does seem to get a fair bit of use based upon the wear of the road, but not today. People, you don't seem to see a whole lot. You encounter just a couple folks going the other way who tend to give you a wide berth because they seem to be skittish and scared. You do pass the village of Kelb, which is a small little farming village that's right at the foot of the mountains, and it hits you right about midday. So it's a golden opportunity to stop for a moment, grab a hot meal at the inn there, and fill your bellies before you start the climb, because the road here now does go uphill for some time.
Is it foothills or like small mountains?
Well, you're in the rolling hills, but from this point on, it seems to start to climb, and you really start to get up into it.
And is it woody or plains like the picture?
Any way that I can turn that portion down by itself? Sorry, I'm talking to Alex.
What do you mean turn that portion down by itself?
The background music.
Where does he have it playing from?
This Discord.
From the browser.
From Discord or
From the browser.
this?
It's from the
Okay.
browser.
Yes.
Okay, so to answer Mike's question, you were asking.
Hold on.
Is it like the picture where it looks like it's kind of grassy hills, or is it forested?
The foothills is like
There
this,
you go.
but when you start going up, it gets pretty foresty. It gets heavily wooded beyond Kelb.
Yeah, it looks woody.
Then to the group, I do suggest, I'll continue to take point. Perhaps Synthon should be next, then Conry, then
Stefan.
What's his name? Stefan. I think Stefan had a ranged weapon, or he had some spell. He had spells. And I suggest that we do that because I'm guessing Conry is probably a little bit faster without armor. And if trouble does happen, I want Synthon close to the lead because he's got better armor and weapons.
I agree with that. I think that's a good lineup.
Very good.
And we'll do a stagger so that we won't be ambushed.
Yes.
So let's change the scenes. So you form up your formation and you.
And do
start
I need to
go.
roll like an investigate or perception or anything like that? Because I am weary that we will be ambushed.
Oh, yeah.
I will assume as you get to any moment of encounter that your guard is up and that you're looking for trouble, and then if the opportunity presents itself, you'll get a perception roll.
Okay. Yeah. Ideally, I'd like to spot it before it gets sprung so that we can ambush the ambushers. But
Right.
Yep.
However that works out.
Should we send Stefan ahead as just bait?
Are you
Let
actually
the
going
bard go?
You doing it for a Scooby snack?
I assume you don't actually say that out loud.
No.
I sure as hell don't.
I would say, Stefan, we'd be proud if you took the lead. No, no, we're staying with the original plan. I'm just kidding.
Okay. All right, very good. I'm going to reset the scene.
Are you
Different set of
skilled in
music.
the watching the travel of birds and animals as to give away the enemy position? The type of tracker, type of tracker and scout you are here.
Most of the scouting I did was in Baldur's Gate, so it wasn't in the mountains.
Oh, I got you. Okay. I was just curious about your methods.
I can fill in the role, but I'm no woodsman, if that's what you mean.
I'm always eager to learn, so I just wanted to know what you were looking out for.
Footprints, smells especially are a good way.
I got you. I haven't really.
You know what a goblin smells like?
Yeah, I was going to say, what does a goblin smell like? Are they
a diseased homeless man's piss?
That's a little graphic. All right. So you follow the road for a couple of hours as you climb slowly up into the mountains. As you come around a particular bend, you see something on the edge of your vision range that's fairly big and fairly obviously man-made on the right side of the road. Let's have everyone do a perception check. Oh, those are all right in the same group. You're all going to get pretty much the same intelligence. The first thing you notice, carried on the breeze, is a slight hint of death. Something decaying, perhaps.
The horse.
And the big object is indeed a wagon. Who rolled the 9?
Me.
Right.
All right, you're getting the death and treatment for just a second. The two of you are aware that the tone of the natural surrounding has changed. Their birds are not. The birds are not chirping anymore, and so something is out of place here.
Let's circle up.
Bring Mike
It might
back.
be in the bushes. Be careful, they might be in the bushes.
Who rolled?
That's my thought.
Did anyone roll a 15 or better? Oh, Synthon. All right, hold on.
Yeah, Synthon did.
You see next to the wagon a wolf that seems to be eating something.
Is that what we hear? Do we actually hear that?
I see that, right? I see the wolf.
Yeah, you saw that.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
What'd you see?
two are back.
He saw you. He saw a wolf.
So, does Synthon share that
So
information?
based on what I'm
Well-
seeing,
I see a wolf up by the wagon.
Where is the wagon? I don't even see the
Is he
wagon.
eating something?
far up.
Where's-
Can you now actually see the wolf?
Yep.
I'm having to zoom way out. I don't know how do you zoom? How do you scroll the
Right
map
click
up?
and drag.
Right click and
Right
drag.
click,
and you-
hold, and drag.
Oh, I got
made a
it.
big
Here we go.
There we go.
It's a little
Okay, I see
better.
the wagon.
I still don't see the wagon.
It's,
Go further up.
Is that all the way at the
Right
top?
there.
Okay. Yeah, I got it.
Top, yeah.
Okay. And is that the wolf in red?
It is the wolf.
Okay.
Here we go. Let's do this for all the people watching on the stream. We will this.
There we go.
Looks like a wolf.
There you go.
It is indeed a wolf.
After that.
I'm a city slicker, and even I know that.
So the wolf has paused to look up at you and has taken notice of you all, but returns to eating.
Well, that's way out of my bow range. I think if there's going to be an ambush, it's going to be from the opposite side of the road from the wagon to be able to attack from behind. That big tree across the trail from the wagon, in that area, that's where I would attack, or even the hill up above.
Can you all see that?
Who's drawing that?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you're drawing that distance,
that's
185
quite a
feet,
distance.
200 feet away.
So I can tell you
Don't,
how to do that. So if on your basic controls on the left, you've
Measurement.
got on the right you see the select tokens, then beneath that you'll see targets, and the third one looks like a measuring stick. That's how you can check the range.
So actually, he is in range. So if you guys want me to, I can take a shot at the wolf if you want me to try and draw him over toward us.
Well, I was going to say, I don't know. I think I'd not waste the arrow on that.
All right,
Yeah.
you go kill him.
Well, why would we have to kill him? I mean, it's not like he's
Well,
not
either
getting his
drive him
daily
away from
meal.
his food.
I think we move
I don't know
forward
that we want to
and-
wait for him to finish.
Oh, I got you.
We are fairly high up into the foothills at this point. Daylight will fade quickly when it happens, and I don't want to be trapped up here.
Have we heard any other wolf calls? Do they travel in a pack normally?
Why don't
You've not heard anything.
Like I said, I can take a shot at him. Maybe it scares him away. Fine. If he attacks us, he'd probably attack us if we got close anyway. But at least this way, he's coming to us, and we have the leisure of facing his charge braced.
I see what you're saying.
Or we can walk up and see what happens.
we move a little bit closer and then fire?
Yeah.
Sure. I
Let's move
gesture.
another,
Go ahead.
All right.
I'll take the lead and we'll move forward.
Can I move off to the trail to the left, maybe? Over this way?
All right, so before you move, tell me what your movement's going to be.
Oh, I forgot. How do we do that?
So it's a click drag.
Yeah, but how do you are able to tell us whether or not we can move there or not?
Yeah, just show me what you plan to do, and then if there's not anything.
But you
So
can
what-
do that without moving them, right?
We're not in combat, so the distance doesn't
Right.
matter as much.
Right, I just want to know how far you're going to move and then things might happen. You might trigger
Over here.
something. Okay.
What about 50? What about 50 feet?
What I want to do.
It's a click drag.
Oh yeah, how do you do that? Where I show my path?
Yeah, it's click drag, and then you can click a mouse button to anchor a point.
Okay, so no, that's not how I did it before.
It's control.
Oh, yeah, there we go. So, there you go. That's what I want to do. Then what do I do to end it?
You just click one last time, and that'll anchor it. But not. You got to keep on
So
the
that's
control.
my path, Howard.
Yeah, I got you.
I may adjust it further depending on how far Stefan is going to go forward.
Well,
Yeah,
he's going to.
I'm not sorry. I'm having trouble moving.
When I click on it, it takes it off the screen.
That plate mail's heavy.
So you start with a control, click drag,
Right.
and then a single click to anchor it, and then a space bar will actually execute the move.
I was hoping to kind of get this maybe kind of fanned out a little bit. Maybe that's what I was going for. But if everybody's going off to the left, that's fine too.
Well, I'm keeping some
I'll
space
go with the
between them.
center.
Stefan's following
But I
the guy
did specifically say that I think that I think the ambush is going to come from this side of the path, if there's going to be one.
Okay, I got you.
All right, so go ahead and execute those moves when you. Okay, let's hold there for a second, because things are going to happen in response.
And I would like to be stealthy at this point.
All right, so let's go ahead and roll your stealth.
Here in the rear, looks like Matt, you're off to the left flank.
Yep.
Is Stefan the game master?
You mean no? Stefan just says Stefan.
Oh, he's over here.
Yeah.
There you go. There's
All
my
right.
stealth goal.
Damn.
All right. So the big shiny knight walks right up the road, and the wolf starts disregarding its food, steps up, appears visibly agitated, starts to growl, and a second wolf presents itself from behind the horse.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. There you go.
And they look menacing, but they're not doing anything yet.
They're just saying, "Leave us alone. This is our smorgasbord."
That would be the implied
You want to
message.
send an arrow their way?
Yeah, I can send an arrow their way. That should be. I've got 320.
And you could might be able to retrieve it also.
Yeah, probably. Howard said that he wasn't going to worry about counting arrows, so.
Yeah.
Let's send an arrow and see what happens. Actually, before we send the arrow, do we want to reposition?
I'm good.
Okay. Where are you? Okay, I see Mike.
In fact, you might be looking around going, Where did everyone go?
I can move
Okay.
up on the left flank some more if you
So,
want.
if you guys,
So Matt,
You might want to move towards center, Matt. You're melee combat.
Yeah.
Go too far off to the side, and you're not going to be able to get in.
So I was wondering if we do have something in the trees here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what I want to know.
Okay.
so if you two that are stealthy can right-click on your icons, there's a status effect for stealth.
Oh God, that's small. That is so small.
What is
can
the
yeah,
assigned status effect?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah, I can't see that. I can't see that for nothing.
like you got to zoom in.
I'm trying to find the right status. Every status in the world but stealth I can find. Well, I know that you're being stealthy, so I thought there was a status for that, but I am mistaken.
I'm bleeding.
Okay. Right now it's
Yeah.
unclear.
Seriously, there is a one that says radioactive. Seriously, I'm beginning to get afraid.
That's later. Later,
That's
after we start dropping the nukes.
Right.
Hope you have your fallout shelter built.
Right.
Okay, so did I see that Synthon move forward a bit more?
I believe you did, yeah.
But that is, everybody should, because when combat starts, we need to be within like, what, 30 feet probably of each other to kind of help each
You
other
do,
out.
but I'm expecting that they would charge us.
Right. Okay.
I'm hoping to get a few rounds of arrows at them before they even get to you.
And it looks like right now, you're a little bit more forward than I am, right, Ray?
Yeah.
No, I'm behind you.
I can't see what's going on in this shadowed area. Can I just move up till I can see in that area?
No, you can't see what's going on in that shadowed area because you can't see what's going on in that shadow area.
I know. Can I move up and just see so that I can kind of see what's going on?
That's up to you. You take action.
Okay. Well, I'm going to move up to see if I can see anything.
All right. We're gonna go. Don't move anymore, Synthon. Ray, are you done?
I will, since everybody else is going up, I think I should probably come up. I will come up to here.
Okay. Hit the space bar.
Yep.
All right. So it's going to be on now. The wolves are clearly agitated by your presence and decide to initiate hostilities. So we're gonna go into combat here. So it's time for initiative. Who's that? Oh,
How come you rolled twice?
I have two wolves.
Oh, that was the wolf.
How come I'm not bringing up my sheet?
Do you have your character selector, or do you have the measure?
Oh, it comes off the. Okay. Right. So this is initiative.
Yep. Or you can just
right.
Open the combat tracker on the right.
Okay.
The Synthon, I don't have an initiative out of you.
Sorry, what?
So if you look at the combat tracker, which is on the right, next to the chat log, there's a fist-looking thing.
There's a what?
A fist.
Yeah. Okay.
and you'll see a D20 next to your name, and that's your initiative. So now we have
16.
our order. So, the back wolf is actually the first to act. He apparently was the one most agitated. You guys got too close, and they decided to do something about it.
So he attacked before Ray fired an arrow.
I haven't.
Yeah.
I haven't fired an arrow yet.
Okay.
You guys got close enough to where they became too nervous and decided to do something about it.
Okay.
So I'm looking at their movement here. So clearly,
Did Jason drop off?
I did. Hold on. Coming back in.
so the back wolf, the one that was kind of hidden but popped up, is apparently the most agitated one, and leaps into action and charges down the road.
Mm-hmm.
But then Matt gets the golly,
Right.
I need your name. Why
Sean.
does it say-
Sean.
You back in, Jason?
Okay, I'm back. I'm back in. Yeah.
So Connery,
Yep.
you're going to be next.
All right. So the front wolf is the one that charged forward.
Well, no, the back wolf was the one
Okay.
that charged forward. It
Okay.
was the
Oh,
first
but I
one.
mean the guy who's in front right there. That's the one that charged
That's the
forward.
one who moved.
Okay. And I don't. Do I need to roll a perception see if there's anything else in this area?
Well, you can stop and look around if that's what you
It
want
would
to
be
do.
your action.
Okay.
You would still get a move,
Okay.
but that would be your action.
No, that's fine. I want to look around to see if there's anything else because I don't want to go charging out
All right.
into the road if there's something else waiting for this to go down.
Fair enough. Perception.
Okay. Do I roll? Okay.
It also seems like you're.
Am I just at a normal?
Yep, normal.
Okay. Oh, I almost had a 20.
The
Where's
the only
68?
the only thing you're aware of in terms of real threats or problems
that?
is the two
Okay.
wolves.
All right. So then I can move.
Move up to. Wait, is your movement different because of your? Not yet. You are
I
still.
don't
You're
think
still
it is
30.
yet.
Can I measure something here?
I think he has a lower movement rate because he's sneaking.
Are you still in stealth?
Well, I was. Now I can just like move however I want, I suppose.
Yeah, but if you take your full movement, you will no longer be stealthy.
Okay. What's what? It's half movement if I'm stealthy.
Yep.
Okay. So let's do that. Is that okay?
You're underneath
Okay.
the tree there, moving the shadows of the tree.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Okay. Synthon is the next to act.
Okay. Well, I think I'm just gonna move kind of up towards the right. So, am I restricted to my 30 at this point?
Yeah.
30 feet. Okay. That's all I can do at this point.
Yeah. Oh well. I mean, you could take actions. I don't know if you have any that you want to do.
There's no attack actions I can take unless I have a distance.
Yeah.
Then no.
Okay. Next up would be Ray.
I'm going to use my short bow.
Right,
I'll
use
just
your
go up
short
against the closest one.
bow. Closest wolf is your target. Okay. 15 is going to be a hit. Roll your damage. Right. Target that.
Arrows from the
All right.
bushes.
Arrow finds its mark. Hits him squarely in the middle.
Ray, got him? Got one?
Well, I hit him. He's not dead.
Okay.
Stefan.
And that was the
Yeah,
red
that's a
one?
pretty decent shot for a short bow.
Yeah.
Let's see the range that Stefan has here.
Where is Stefan? Is he described as game master?
He's further back.
He's
I
further.
see.
He's,
Maybe
he's
I'll-
next to Ray.
Yeah.
He's behind you because you can't see behind you right now, but he's behind you.
Yeah.
Right. I know he's there because, well, I passed him.
All right, so
It's
he
the singing. Brave Sir Robin.
Stefan
We get that in the background.
is out of range of what he wants to do, so he's going to do that.
You gonna sing for us? Give us some
Not
courage.
Not at this point. And that leaves round one with the final wolf, who's going to
Do I have any impression on how badly damaged that wolf looks after the shot? I mean, does it act like? Does it?
Did it go oof?
it did.
I mean, is it
didn't
bleeding badly? Does it look like it didn't care?
It looks like it didn't care, but that it could be just because it's so focused on what it's doing. It's not even who knows?
Pure adrenaline.
Yeah. So the second wolf closes some ground there. And then we go to the top of the next round, which is the first wolf. Can't quite.
Yeah, hit another arrow.
Close the distance. Then Conry goes.
Good. Oops. It's control. I need to measure something. All right, shift. Good.
Hey, Howard, can I only look around at my turn in terms of turning and looking behind me, so forth?
Yeah, when you move, you can look around.
It's only on my turn, right? I can't just do it
Yeah, you're
anytime I want.
no. It has to be on your turn.
Okay.
I'm good. We're good. Isn't anything I can do at this point. Suppose I could throw a spear at it, but I don't want to lose my.
You could yell at it to make him change target.
Yeah.
Okay, so
How come there are 3 wolves?
Oh, very good.
Good
Where's the
question.
third wolf?
Oh, I didn't see a third wolf. Yes.
Oh, it's up the road.
That's what I was looking for earlier.
Good.
All right. So what's Synthon doing?
I'm going to move. So, do you have to be right next to something to attack it? Do I have to move and then attack?
You do.
With,
You
with
do.
a melee weapon, yeah.
Okay, so
Unless it's like a spear. A spear has a standoff.
okay, can I move and attack in the same turn?
Yeah.
As long as you're not moving your full movement rate, right? Or can you move your full movement
No,
rate?
you can move 30 plus do an action,
Okay, yeah,
or
Right.
you can move twice.
I got you. Unless you're stealth, then you can only move half of your distance.
Right.
Oh, I forgot about double movement. Those wolves would have closed more ground.
Okay, so I guess I've
Already
moved on.
No, you don't need to be on top.
it
Just
the-
next to.
You know, just
Okay.
next to it.
I don't need to mount him.
That's a different kind of attack. I don't think that's allowed for your class.
Right.
I think you have to be a beast master.
Okay, all right.
Now you could attack him.
You can use some jujitsu on him.
You might. All right, you might want to change your orientation a bit.
Bad dog. Bad dog. I roll up a newspaper.
Whip out your rolled up newspaper.
Yeah.
Okay, use my
Intimidation or strike.
So just go to attack with the longsword.
Yep. Yep. I think that's good.
Hopefully, I softened him up for you.
It's the one with the arrow in it.
Yeah, that is the one.
I think so.
That is the one with the arrow in it. That is going to do damage.
I'd say a big old longsword hitting you is going to do some damage.
Well, I'm saying you landed. Your hit.
Yes.
Roll your damage.
Now you got to roll damage.
Sorry. Okay, so sorry, I'm getting back used to this.
Tell me I
So the
forgot to-
damage roll. Doug, go. Where's the damage roll? Sorry,
In your chat
Should
log.
be underneath.
got it. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So normal hit, critical hit, normal, right?
Normal.
Yep.
Oh, that's
You were so
Like,
excited for combat. You whipped
cut
it.
off the tip of his ear.
It's angry because of its bad haircut.
All right. So you step up and take a chunk out of its side, but undeterred, it keeps on.
All right.
Which brings us to Ray.
Right. So out of concern for Sethon, I don't think this is an action, but I want to give him some inspiration to not be a chew toy for three wolves. So
You mean
I don't know.
you're awarding him an inspiration point? Is that what you're saying?
I think that's how this works. Yeah.
Okay, but what are you awarding it
I mean,
for?
he is in combat. He is a knight. What's that?
What did he do that was inspirational? So usually awarded an inspiration
He is
point.
fighting. Okay. I thought it was. I'm giving him inspiration, not that he did something inspirational, but
No,
the fact that he's like frontlining multiple wolves that I wouldn't do is kind of inspiring because I'm not
All
getting
right.
chewed on.
Okay. All right. So he's
So
being
is that an action or is it just a freebie?
No, that's it's totally out of character. You Synthon now has an inspiration point. So what that means, Jason, is at some point between now and the end of the game, you can choose to make one roll at advantage.
Okay.
All right. What's Ray doing?
And then I am going to short bow the back wolf
Okay.
under the assumption that this one's already wounded and he's going to have 2 fighters on him.
Okay.
Good call.
And your arrow
Ah!
flies
that hits.
harmlessly into the woods behind it.
Yep.
So, there is a new player that you all keenly observed join the party, and thanks to Mike's reminder that they can use movement as a choice of action. This guy's going to cover some ground.
That must be the alpha.
Yeah.
Stefan doing? Did he get a turn?
Can he even
Well,
see me?
He
Howard?
goes
next.
late.
I've been stealthy the whole time.
I'm not sure what your monk skills are going to
You're
do
right.
against wolves.
I'm sorry, he was
That could
charging,
be going after Stefan.
or he could be going after the guy with the bow. Because
I've been stealthing too.
not while you're firing that
I've been
bow.
shooting from. All right.
Once you attack, you're no longer in stealth.
Right.
All right, so that was Ray's turn, the wolf's turn. Stefan is going to get in the fight now and do his favorite thing to do. It's vicious mockery.
Bad dog. Bad dog.
So he turns to the wolf that's closest to the knight, or not knight, the paladin,
I didn't get in character. I'm sorry.
and says, "I've seen better teeth on an alley cat." All right, so we're gonna do. Got him selected, and the wolf laughs.
That burns.
The wolf is actually inspired by.
Was the wolf save it? Oh god!
As,
Yeah,
that
the
was
wolf
the wolf's
saved
saving
like,
throw.
dramatically.
It's like
I am grateful to Stefan for putting himself between the wolf and me.
He is an asset.
He is.
And I stress ass.
Hey, this is a family show. All right,
Which
so
reminds me, I got
trying to do his. Where's his charge? Well, all right. It's not describing it correctly.
What's it?
He's trying to do a charge attack.
He's
Oh,
trying
I
to
got
do
you.
a charge attack, and he's supposed to have that in his actions. And I'm not seeing it. He has the ability to do a knockdown as he charges. Well, let's see if he's able to hit, and they'll go from there. So he's going to charge and bite at Synthon.
No.
But the
Mouthful of metal.
the knight's just, or I call him the knight, but the paladin is able to step aside before anything.
I was going to say he bites on the knee guard.
Yep. choose on a pauldron.
And we go to the top of the third round, which is the wounded wolf, who's been picked on since the word go. He's also.
I don't know, man. Any wolf that rolls a nat 20 on a saving throw, that's not a wolf that needs to worry about being picked on.
Sithon's armor class, Jason. Good grief, it's 18.
18, yeah.
Plate mail.
No,
I don't know
it's
how maybe
chainmail.
they'll walk. But...
It's chainmail, but the wolf
Chain?
bites at Synthon, but he brushes him aside with his shield. And that brings us
And that
to...
is why I let him go first.
That brings us
Matt.
to Matt.
Yep. Let's see here.
What can you do, Monk? Are you useful in the attack mode against a wolf? I mean, is it,
Let's find out.
I'm wondering if is it worth you going to do something else, like go around and see what that wagon's about? I don't know.
Wolves always respond to being punched, and he has a spear.
I got a spear.
Will this put me where I can will that put me where I can attack? Where I could engage both of them?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I will come in and spear my intent is to come in and spear the wounded one and then kick the other one in the face.
All right. Make your move.
All right. And I'm going to keep that other one in my view there. So, all right. So now I do spear, attack, right?
All right. Yeah, and you're attacking the left hand of the left
Yes.
one with the spear.
Yep. Coming in with kind of a jump and a stab, and then kick the other one as I land the spear. So, what's this versatile? What's that? What is that? By
So
the way,
if you wield the spear two-handed, you can do more damage, but you will not get to do your offhand attack as a bonus action.
All right, here we go. And do I get a surprise since I've been stealthy this whole time?
No, they're engaged. You
Okay,
had to
no
cross
advantage.
No advantage.
All right.
All right. You punch at the wolf, but it's
I
able
stab at the wolf. Okay.
I'm sorry. You stab at the wolf with the spear, but it sees you coming and steps aside.
Okay. And then we're going to do an unarmed strike at the other one. Oh no!
All right.
Come on.
All right. You kick the other wolf in
I
the
would
face.
hope that one.
Roll your unarmed damage.
Good.
It's a pretty stout kick, I would say.
Yeah.
Okay. You got its attention.
All right. Not really what I wanted to do, but I was hoping to kill the one and wound the other one.
Well, you pissed them both off. Congratulations. Synthon, it's your turn.
All right, I'm tired of playing around here. I'm gonna go after. I think I'm gonna try to finish off the wolf with the arrow sticking out of it and a tip of his ear missing.
No monologuing as you do it.
Pulling the sword back and attacking.
Yes.
That's a healthy hit. Roll your damage, although I don't think it may be academic. I'm pretty sure it's academic. All right. The big sword
Dead
comes
wolf.
slashing into the wolf. It which one's that? It falls to the ground.
Dead. Is it dead or is it just falling to the ground?
It's
we don't
not
know.
moving. It's not moving.
Okay. Playing dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's part possum.
Very convincing.
The playing dead.
Its entrails are scattered
All
across the path.
And then Ray does his action.
All right. I am going to shoot the back one because I'm afraid I would hit them in the back
I
with
was
an
gonna
arrow.
say that.
Fine.
Come
So
on,
this-
Mask.
Wisdom from the halfling. All right, the arrow finds its mark.
Yes, good
It
hit.
takes a chunk out of the.
Mm-hmm.
The halfling sharing arrows with everyone.
There you go. You get an
I've
arrow,
got
and
one
you
for
get
all
an
of you.
arrow, and you get an arrow.
All right, the newly wounded wolf gonna join the fight,
Charges.
and that's not quite flanking, but might be able to get in a knockdown. We'll see.
Oof.
What's your armor class?
15.
It actually looks
All
like Matt has to make a saving throw DC strength.
My
Only
armor
if,
class
hit,
is
only if he hits.
15.
He has to land
Oh.
the hit.
Got it.
I dance out of the way.
All right. Stefan. To viciously mock. The left-hand wolf, because it's closer. You bite like a ferret. And it shrugs it off. Apparently, biting like a ferret's not that bad of a thing.
Well, the problem is Stefan doesn't speak wolf.
Yeah.
He's insulting them in common.
Ooh.
All right, and the last wolf going to stay on Synthon. Oh, it says right there.
What?
Right there in the bite, it gives the description of the knockdown.
Yeah.
But he has to land the hit.
Yes, he does.
Finally, a wolf
That'll do
draws
it.
blood. Oh, the wolf's not kidding around. Synthon gets bitten with a nasty bite.
Big, sharp, pointy teeth.
And we go to round 4. The dead wolf
Did he
takes no
knock him
action.
over?
Oh, that's right. Synthon, need to make a strength saving throw.
Go to strength.
Yep. Oh!
One.
Status effect on Synthon. He is
Good.
prone. So what that means is attacks against you are made at advantage, and your attacks are made at disadvantage. You can use...
Hey, Synthon, you could roll that again if you wanted.
Why can he roll that again?
Because he's inspired.
Oh,
His
he could use,
That could have been an
inspiration was-
advantage.
yeah, but you have to declare that
I
before
do feel
you
inspired.
roll. You have to declare that before you roll.
I'm feeling inspired.
All right.
But that's a good thing to keep in mind for the next
Well,
such
help me
roll.
out, guys. I'm prone.
Sure, let me kill these wolves
Yeah.
and I'll walk over and help you up.
All right, Conry is next.
Appreciate it.
All right. The right-hand wolf. Is it injured?
Yeah,
They're all injured.
Okay. All right.
Every wolf has got at least one arrow in it. Compliments of the halfling. If you move, once you're in melee, if you move, you give perhaps give an opportunity
Attack
for
of opportunity.
Oh, I forgot about that.
If you move what? You get an opportunity for what?
If you move, you could choose to
But
take
there was
an
a
action.
reason that I wouldn't. Was there in my movement, or is that later on? That's later on in when I level up. Okay. All right. I'm going to attack the wolf that's on Synthon.
Okay.
So we're going to try to spear it off, drive him off of Synthon. I'm assuming he's on top of Synthon.
Well, he's biting at him.
Okay.
He's over.
So
He's kind of
we'll-
over him.
All right. So we'll attack him and then kick him off of him if we can.
Okay.
I would hope that would do the job there.
That's going to land. That's the spear.
Yep, that's the spear.
Roll your damage, please.
All right. Is that just a normal hit?
That's a normal hit.
Okay. And then we'll kick him unless he's dead. He's
Nope.
dead. Okay.
You stung him pretty good, but he's not
Okay.
quite.
And when I do this, is there any way for me to force him off of him?
No, you could
Okay.
grapple him, but
Okay. Now
would be-
we're good.
Suplex the wolf.
Suplex the wolf. Yeah. All right.
All right.
That'll do.
roll your damage. But it's probably academic.
All right.
All right, and describe what you do. How does this work?
So I spear him with kind of a lunging spear, and then try to. I guess what I was hoping for was when I kick him, I don't know, even end up possibly on top of the wolf. I guess I don't know.
Well,
Just give him a good
Yeah.
roundhouse.
your kick proved. Whoops! I don't mean to make you dead.
It was so good.
I kicked
It
myself.
was you killed yourself. Which wolf is that? That's that one.
The right one.
Yeah, it's that one.
And then I would kind of like to end up basically on top of the wolf. I guess.
If you move, the other wolf
Or-
will get an attack of
Okay.
opportunity.
So I would like to end up guarding Synthon since he's down on the ground.
Fair enough.
In other words, like that. Okay, so end up
All right.
where I'm kind of like in a defensive posture, ready for the wolf to attack me instead of attacking Synthon.
All right, you're presenting yourself as the bigger threat.
Right.
Gotcha.
You're a good friend,
All
Conry.
Yeah.
Synthon, you're on the ground.
So
but
just
the
so
wolf,
you know, Jason's. Yep. Standing up is your movement,
Yep.
and you can still attack
Oh,
Right.
okay.
St-
Then I'll
standing up-
stand
if you're in
and-
range, which you're not.
standing up
Oh,
is
I'm not.
half.
And I can't-
half
I can't-
your
You're not in
movement.
range.
Standing up is
Technically, yeah. Yeah, you could still attack him.
Okay.
Or if you've got a ranged
So I
weapon,
can
you
stand
can.
up and can I move on over the dead wolf?
yeah. Standing up's half your movement.
Or can I move it?
You would still have 15 feet of movement beyond that,
Oh,
So
okay.
you-
All right.
Do you have a ranged weapon?
and you can stand where that body is.
I don't. I can. Okay.
Yeah.
The
And you might want to face.
Can I look around now? Is looking
Yeah.
around a move?
No, you can do that as you move. Or you just wanting to spin the mouse wheel?
Just wanted to see what's around me.
Yeah, that works. I guess.
So you check, you pick yourself up, you check your corners, and you step up to the wolf, and then you do what?
Check the wolf. I'm going to use my long sword.
All right. Chop down on the wolf with your longsword. But you were just a little too shaken up from getting up off the ground, and you miss.
Okay.
Then Ray,
Just making sure that nobody is in line.
that's a lot of short bowing there.
You know, it's
I do believe that was on
I
his
am a
resume.
halfling. I am not meant to be going toe to toe.
Right.
The arrow finds its mark.
And honestly, I'm doing pretty decent damage with that short bow.
Fit it just as much as I do.
Huh?
You fit it just as much as I do.
Yep.
And with
So
that,
I downed the wolf.
the wolf
Have
crumples
you
to
shown
the
them my
ground.
dual throwing tomahawks yet?
No.
And combat
You freshen
is
up my coffee.
ended.
Wash that out. Freshen me up.
Don't make you much. I'm kidding. I'll make you last.
Okay.
It's just gotta work out.
Oh, so that last one I'd already taken damage? I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I've shot in all the wolves at least
Okay.
once.
Good deal. Good deal.
For now,
So
all
the first thing I'm going to do is go retrieve my arrows,
okay. Very
just as
good.
a role-playing thing.
Anybody?
That means you're gonna have to move around and scout the area a bit. If there's anything else
Yeah, I was
out
going
there.
to say let's kind of check. Let's secure the area, and I'll move to the right, and kind of maybe go back into stealth. And you do that to control.
So the Stefan steps up to Synthon and says, "You mind if I take a look at that wound for you there?"
What are your qualifications, Stefan? You gonna insult me?
Yeah.
All right,
I
never
think that
mind
was
then.
worse vicious mockery than the spell.
He's stepping up his game.
No, sure. Sure, Stefan. Yes,
So-
you can look at the wounds.
So
He's like, you've learned a few things from me.
he pulls his stringed instrument off the off his back. He plays a song. The song has an intense melody to it, and it magically heals the wounds of Synthon.
It's impressive.
Magic
Stefan,
is
you are
useful.
actually useful. What is Stefan again? What's his?
Yeah, he's a bard.
He's a bard. Okay.
I'd like to use, I guess, nature, and I would like to collect the wolf pelts.
That's what I was going to say. That's why I hadn't gotten to that yet. I was going to secure the area, but yes.
Do you
The wolf
have?
pelt.
Well, you can secure the area while I collect the wolf pelts.
Do you have the appropriate tools for skinning?
I have knives. That they are not skinning knives, but I have knives and short swords. Yes.
All right. Well, let's do a die roll and see how successful you are. You're going to actually take the time to do it because it's going to take a bit of time.
I'll skin at least one while they're scouting.
All right. You do your best. you get a.
It's full of holes anyway.
Yeah.
The head was already crushed. I mean, I didn't expect to get much.
Someone might give you some money for it. We'll find out. Unless
Can
you're
I
wanting to use
roll
it. Make a note to add a
He's trying to
wolf
describe.
pelt and
Low quality wolf pelt.
low quality
Yeah, there
wolf
we go.
pelt to your inventory.
Let's. I would like to secure the area. I'm feeling kind of
Yeah.
out in the open here. So can we?
All right.
Can I stealth back into the woods on the other side of the wagon?
Yeah, you can do whatever you can. If something happens, I'll let you know.
All right. There's my stealth
Thank you.
and the perception. You want a perception?
I will call for perception when it's relevant.
Oh, okay. Okay. Forget that then. Sorry.
Good thing it's when he calls for it.
Yeah. So I will move over to. Hope that's not the right one.
The
And move
Synthon,
over there. Is that good? Is that good?
yeah. Until you get into combat, you can move around. I will let you know if you trigger something. Just show me your path that you're walking around. Synthon,
So that's my path, and I am going to be stealthed, but I'll wait my turn.
the
I
song
get
has
this
an
thing to
amazing
move.
effect. All of your wounds are healed.
Awesome.
Great. Stefan, you are great. Sorry what I said about you earlier. Being useless. I didn't mean that.
I don't understand how I'm not like moving this guy very easily. Is that good?
I see you over there.
Yeah.
It's spot.
Just let me know when it's my
Right there.
turn.
Just go ahead and move, Ray. The space bar.
You, Ray, why
I
don't you
hit the space bar,
stay?
but it didn't matter. Was that it?
What?
Ray, stay?
No, sorry. I'm wondering if you should, stay at a distance. It's kind of cover us with
Okay.
your short bow, and I think maybe Matt, maybe.
All right. Since he wants me to stay to cover, I'm just going to find some cover, literally cover, and hide. Since Stefan was asking me to cover them.
Okay.
So is this area suitable for hiding, or do I need to like go to a bush or something like that? I don't know where I'm at.
When you get into areas that have natural cover, you get advantages. To
All right, so I'm going to move here.
okay.
One right behind me.
Isn't it? Oh, I see why.
Yeah, he's following you.
And I need to roll a stealth roll.
Yes. So the halfling looks around, the monk looks around.
Like the wind.
Yeah.
The only signs of trouble here is a dead horse and 3 dead wolves.
Okay. Let's search the wagon then.
All right. Let's.
Yeah, Connery, why don't you move forward and search the wagon?
All right.
Investigations check.
Oops. I didn't mean to. And then I need to put investigation.
Yep.
Investigation.
Yep.
Ooh. Well, you guys might want to look at this too.
It's a horse?
There's nothing alive.
The wagon
wagon.
looks like it's been picked over. Anything that was in there of value seems to be missing.
There's no like anybody still alive in here or anything like that. Nothing.
Nope.
Everybody's gone. All right.
Nope.
Is anyone here mostly dead?
Yeah, mostly dead. I'm still alive.
Someone or
I love
something
you.
went through this wagon very carelessly, rifling through everything that was in it, throwing stuff all over the place, tearing holes in things and ripping up stuff. So whoever did it was not very careful about doing it. But you don't find
We say
anything.
it's goblins. That insight.
Well, all right, you can do an insight to see if you can determine what you think.
Oh, that was funny again.
Could be any. It could be any
Well.
number of things.
Okay. Right. Well, Tracker, do we know which way they went?
Not yet.
Okay.
You calling in the cavalry?
Yeah. I mean, he is the tracker.
So what did Conry
So what
see?
I'm going to do,
Huh?
not much.
Conry, you didn't see much. Is it worth
No,
further investigation?
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you want to check it over, I mean, see if they left anything behind. But I mean, there's whatever came through here just did it as quickly as it possibly could, and took off. And
Look at this search
I haven't
pattern.
even really looked to see which way they went or anything. Like I said, I'm not from around here.
All right, so while the investigation's going on, the halfling is checking the whole perimeter, it would seem.
Yeah, and I'm going to use whichever you think is most appropriate, nature or investigation, looking for tracks.
Well, I would say for tracking, we're talking about nature.
Nature, all right. Apparently, I went too close to the trunk.
Oh,
Did
did
my
you walk?
investigation roll count?
Yeah, it was telling me that I was walking through a solid object.
Okay, I see your investigation check.
I haven't rolled it yet. Oh, Synthon. Yeah, sorry.
So very much as I described to Conry.
Yeah. Okay.
Everything in this wagon has been rifled through, and nothing of value or importance is left. And whatever did it was very careless and reckless about doing it. Ray, thankfully, there has been recent rain, and these creatures, which appear to be humanoid because they have 2 feet, not 4, and there seems to be a number of them. They tracked off to the east, headed into the woods. No idea though what made the tracks, how recent they are. But
Got it. But considering there was rain, it's not going to be old tracks.
no, that's why the DC was so low.
Yeah, Synthon, there's a trail this way.
Okay.
I point out the trail signs.
Can we tell if those are goblin prints?
Well, they're small and they're on 2 feet. Beyond that, don't know.
If you want to do your own investigation of the tracks, I'm sorry, your own nature check of the tracks, feel free.
Is that you over there? Okay. I'm going to move over there. Investigate.
Nature. You're looking at tracks.
Nature.
Got it.
Actually, you know what? That's not right, is it? It's survival, isn't it? It's survival.
I don't know.
What's your reroll on survival?
You want me to re-roll?
Yeah, reroll on survival.
I shall re-roll.
What are we doing?
I think Ray is re-rolling to check the tracks. That's a better roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be survival. Sorry guys, I'm still learning these skill sets.
That's all right.
No worries.
Tinton,
So
you
that's
want to
my survival check.
Tinton, you want to roll your survival?
Well, Ray rolled a
Do I have anything new to impart to the
Yeah.
group?
Ray rolled a 19.
Yeah.
Should
I s-
okay, yeah, I'll roll it too. I mean, if it's okay, I'll roll it too.
Yeah.
I keep rolling 8s.
All right. All right. So, Ray, based upon your study of it, it's pretty consistent based on the length of the stride and the kind of footwear that they were wearing. It very well could be goblins. Maybe 3 or 4.
Do I have
of them.
any guess on how many?
Maybe 3 or 4 of them. They kind of trample over each other a little bit, so it's not
Right.
entire, but it's more than 1 and less than 10. So
Right.
All right. Well, we know which
Well,
general
I just
direction they're
turned
headed.
back. There looks like there might have been about 5.
Does my survivor roll at 21 bring any additional information?
golly, yeah, they're definitely they're definitely goblin tracks.
Okay.
This one
And-
didn't clip his toenails this month.
And you think there were 4 of them?
Okay, and we know which way they're headed.
They're headed east.
Indication.
Headed east into the
Okay.
woods.
Yeah.
Headed east?
Yeah, to our screen right.
That's east?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
So I just asked before we head off, following the tracks. Did you check everything with the wagon? Are we done?
We,
You might give it, like I said, you might give it a once over. I mean,
yeah, I'd give it a once over because both.
because I mean, they literally threw things everywhere.
All right.
Connery and I.
Well, I'll just do the same thing. I'll do a pattern around the wagon and the wagon itself.
So
And
And this is investigate.
Stefan did
That was Stefan. I don't know what he was.
he did a quick investigation of the wagon at your encouragement, and he actually made more of a mess.
Oh dear. Okay. I will also do an
Give me the
investigate. Like I
potions.
said.
Yeah, it's same as I described to the others. Nothing of value.
Okay.
Everything torn apart. Very careless. Probably the goblins.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Cool.
Let's go get them.
No,
All
no,
right.
Matt. You're supposed to say, "Get him, Ray."
Get them.
All right, we got 35 minutes left in our session here. Let's.
So are we? Yeah, go ahead, Howard. 35. Yeah. Okay. So we're agreed to see where the goblins have gone. We're
Gonna follow the tracks.
We're assuming they grabbed the potions and we're confident we know which direction they are. However, we don't know how far. We don't have a
Right.
map of the area. We're just going to follow the tracks.
Right.
Okay,
Yep.
let's do it.
all right.
Now, is that map? Do we have that map still of the
Well,
original map you had thrown
yeah,
up there?
but
yeah.
that's on a scale that wouldn't be relevant
It's not going to
here.
help much.
Okay. All right. Good. Let's just. Yeah, I was going to say just let's follow the tracks and see where they lead.
Okay, so
Well, I am definitely going to be stealthy again.
Same here.
gotcha. So you go back to your usual marching
The usual marching order.
and your usual modus operandi.
Actually, I guess before we take off, do we? I'm going to ask Stefan. Does he need a break after using his magic?
A break right now wouldn't really serve him any better. In order for him to get any more magic, he would need a good night's rest.
Got it. Then never
Well,
mind then.
Unless you're wanting to camp for the night, that's not going to be relevant.
Nope. Let's hit it while it's still at least as fresh as it is. It's not going to get any fresher.
Okay. So we're going to do a scene change. And that. It's on the wrong page. Just up here. Do that.
Howard, do we know what time of the day it is? Or can we determine that?
It's in the afternoon.
Like
so
early afternoon, late afternoon?
It's early afternoon.
Okay.
So if you're lucky and you are able to run these potions down the next couple hours, you could probably make it back to town before nightfall.
Okay. All right.
At least the village that we passed through.
At least get the
Right.
kelp.
Killed.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, so we're changing scenes here.
Whoa, that map looks so cool.
Okay. Track down some potions.
All right. To get Stefan in here. And let's change the audio a bit.
Yeah.
Very good. So you follow tracks for a few minutes, and all signs of humanity disappear. You are truly now in the rugged wild. The sounds of wildlife surround you, winds in the trees, birds, insects, etc. The tracks that you follow kind of follow this brownish path going slightly southeast from your perspective here. I'm sorry, southwest from your perspective here. Give me.
And are we south of the road? Are we south of the main road?
Well, you've kind of wandered and turned a little bit around the woods following these tracks. So you're off to the east of the main road, but you've turned south to follow the tracks that apparently went east and then somehow turned south. So you've entered this area on the northern edge of this particular map. Can I get a perception check from everyone? Go ahead and roll one for Stefan just to see if he can help you out.
Perception. Fine. If we do something. Oh,
All right. So Stefan's not being very perceptive. And Ray is not being very perceptive. But
Synthon is being.
it
Synthon and myself.
It looks like oh, there's a 17 and an 18. Very nice.
Yep.
You guys are do that.
What?
Moving about in the
It's like a goblin. There's a goblin.
Can't see it.
moving about
At least one.
to your south. You make out a couple figures moving.
Oh yeah,
That's
Sam.
I don't see the figures.
hang on.
You're,
It's down over here.
way to the south.
It's in the shadowed areas for me.
Ooh, it's a red cap.
So you
Ugly little booger.
Is it actually a red cap, or is it just that picture had a red cap?
that picture has a red cap.
Okay.
I'm afraid I don't know the significance of the red cap.
Red caps are much stronger.
Oh.
The lore is that they would their caps are red because they dip it in the blood of their enemies until it's a nice crimson red.
Well, that could be these guys, or they could be impersonating their stronger brethren.
Sure.
by emulating them.
I'm assuming that people that see this are pointing it out.
Yeah.
Well, you actually were able to see the first one, and they point out the second one.
Okay.
And that's down in the shadowed area over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't see anything.
Assuming we're going to kill this bunch, I could get up on this ridge and cover you. Then Conry is almost as stealthy as I am. You could go down and try and pick him off. And when you get spotted, you run back up with me covering, and then Synthon and Stefan can be waiting to receive the charge when they come up this hill.
Yep. Now, where
somebody else
exactly
has a
are
better
they?
idea.
I like. You want to? I mean, you want to call them? I mean, see if they investigate. No. I didn't see where they are. When you put them on the map, I didn't. The shadows are so.
Oh, it might be because of literally where you're standing. Can you see my cursor, Matt?
Yeah, that's where they are. That's what I thought.
That's where one is. I
Okay.
can't see the other one. But what I'm proposing is this is a ridge here.
Right. No, I
can
agree
get
with
up
that.
here. Yeah.
All right. Well, you're not going to have a whole lot of time to react. They also see you.
Oh.
Okay. Even with my stealth? I guess everybody else wasn't. So
they may not see you in particular, but they see your party.
Yeah. But they see the rest of them.
And so we're going to do.
All right. Well, if they're going to come to us, then let's work on my arrow skills while you guys wait for the charge.
Hold tight. Now in combat, yes.
Oh, you want
Can you move to the high ground anyway? Right.
Well, we already are on the high ground.
Okay. Okay. Well, I guess you're.
It's just if I was on the edge of. Yeah, if I was on this ridge over here, I would might have more visibility. But I mean, that's fine. That's too far away to move in one go. So. Yeah, that's way too far. I need to roll a net.
Everybody, roll initiative.
Man, it's a crappy roll.
Hold on.
Everybody's got crappy rolls. Synthon needs to roll.
Yeah, sorry, hold on. I'm sorry, what are we rolling?
Initiative.
So if you click on the fist, you should see the. All right. Does anyone here speak Goblin?
Let's find out.
Just thought I'd check. And
I don't think so. Let's
change the mood.
Is that the inventory?
It would be in your.
No, I cannot.
In your features, I believe, right? No.
Not speak. Goblinese.
Languages is on the attributes.
It's on the attributes page.
No, I do not have that.
All right. So you hear what clearly is like barking instructions, but it's in Goblin, and you don't know what those instructions are, from one of the goblins who.
I forgot.
Let's see. First one to act is that one. Let's see, who does he see? From his perspective, to do this. Well, he must have gotten instructions from his buddies. He doesn't see anything, so he's going to move to try to get a better line of sight. Ah, now he sees. And he pulls up a short bow.
Range on a short bow?
180 feet.
It's enough.
Now then, let's see. Who does he pick? That's an invalid choice. He's stealthy. Roll again. Oh, great. He picks the bard. Oh, he's going to plunk the bard. So Wessel, an arrow comes whistling out of the woods, striking the bard. And hitting him squarely in the chest. Next up is that goblin, who is now stepping out of his hiding spot. Oh, who was that at?
I don't know.
I only see one goblin.
There's three of them.
Same. But they could see us, so that's fine.
Oh, great.
Oh, this is a
Stefan again?
Yeah, he's getting picked on.
It's a good thing we're getting healing potions as the payment, because he's going to need it. If he lives.
That one hurt. All right, Synthon.
All right.
two goblins.
The bard on your right has taken 2 arrows already. Here, I need to
What do
make
you want to do? You want to? Is my movement is that's still limited to 30 feet now?
If you take
No,
movement
yeah,
as,
30 unless you do a double.
then you can't take an action. That would be your action.
Got it. Which I can't. I don't think I would. I can't get close enough anyway. I don't believe.
Can you
to
heal
do anything but take it.
Do you have healing? You can heal the most.
Let me see if I've got healing
Do you have lay on hands?
on hands.
Yeah. So that's
Should
your
I
divine.
just go ahead and lay on hands.
That's your divine healing. You can do up to 5 points of healing with that. So if you click on that feature, it will pull that up for you.
Yep, got it.
You can choose any amount you want to do up to the amount that you have in your pool.
So I've got 5. Okay. So yeah, so okay.
I'm handing out the potions of healing. Tell me if you get them.
We know.
Would be in your
So
inventory.
it says configure how I would like to lay on hands. This feat has 5 of 5 uses.
Yeah, so you just tell me how much of that you're going to do. You have to actually step to him to do it.
All right.
No potions.
Yeah, I'm seeing that. What happens if I do this? There, I have to open your character sheet to do it.
Well, I'm right next to him, right?
Are you?
No, I am.
Where? Okay. So, okay.
So you can step to him and then continue your movement after you do your action.
Okay. I think I'm by him, right?
Yep.
And now I can use the lay on hands.
I have
Yeah,
the potion.
So
by
I
the
don't
way.
know.
Oh, there it is.
Is it better to use
Just-
potion or lay on hands?
What? You can't use the potion. He would have to use the potion.
Yeah.
He got his own.
Okay. All right. I'll go ahead and use some lay on hands.
How much are you gonna do?
At 5. I don't know.
Okay. Then empty your
Yeah,
pool.
he's taken 12 points already.
So empty your
Yeah,
healing
I'll-
pool, and you can keep moving the rest of your movement if you want to.
Okay. Is there a roll for that lay on hands?
No, it's
It
automatic.
just is.
All right. So I've still got 30 feet of movement.
You still got 20 feet of movement because you moved 10.
Well, okay.
So Ray, you're up.
I'm just going to return fire. I've only got one exposed. It's the one that went first.
Okay.
Oh, no, I do have 2, but the other one's further away. So I'm going to go for the first one.
Fire your arrow. Dealing with from armor class here. That's gonna hit.
I hope I hit.
That hit.
Too far away. The wind was against me.
All right, the arrow finds its mark. Next up is Matt.
All right, we're going to move. Let's see, that's control, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
If you take
And
movement
then I'm
as your
going to use
action,
my.
you can go up to 60.
He's going over the cliff.
You're gonna go over
How
that.
far up is that
How
cliff?
far
How
down
far
is
up-
that?
It's 10 or 12 feet. You'll have to make an athletics check
Okay,
to go down it.
okay. We'll do that.
Okay. And it'll be double movement as you traverse that wall.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying that every
I
5
can-
feet you're moving through that wall counts as 10.
But they're down here in this area down here, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I think it would be stupid to. Hold on a second. Now let me measure this. Will this still be in cover right there?
So that's not really cover. That's a canopy of a tree.
Well, I've got the shadow line there and that's what I was trying to stay within cover of them shooting arrows.
Well, it's going to be hard for you to judge as to whether or not you're covered. If you can't see them, then they can't see you. So,
Okay,
but you're limited to 60 feet of movement. You've got
and that's
90.
60 feet right there.
That's 90.
Oh, that's 90 total. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind. Right. Dang it, wrong button.
Too far. There you go.
Okay, how about that?
That's good.
Uh,
Spacebar.
it says it collides with at least one wall.
Oh, you move through that.
You're going through the shadow.
Go through the tree
so
trunk.
Right there.
Yes, there you go.
Well, that
Okay.
wasn't too bad.
All right. Stefan's going to take his action to drink his potion.
Did we lose Jason?
No, I'm here.
Okay. Your icon changed to a
Yeah. My video was just spinning, so I just turned it off.
Oh, okay.
Got to pull up his inventory, and if I click on the potion, should use that ability, consume the potion. All right, that's nice. It works just like you'd like it to, except the dice is stinky. All right, we'll apply that healing.
It's a good thing that was the strongest potion that gnome could make.
And then,
We get a defective potion maker and a defective bard.
undeterred, he's going to move forward to try to get in range. But he only gets his regular movement. That brings us to the
Goblin.
last this goblin here, who has no targets and will have to move before he shoots.
Or he could double move and charge.
Yeah. Come get
He's got-
some.
He's got a nice bow. He's dumb, but he's not that dumb. So it looks like
I don't think you're giving him enough credit.
the monk has presented himself as the most obvious target for this one.
Weren't you stealth, Matt?
Not
Oh, wait,
even-
you ran.
I moved.
Never mind.
I moved double my movement.
Never mind. Yeah.
I have a method to my madness. Might end up being a pincushion, but
Run up and punch him?
right,
Is that your method?
All right.
right.
The brave monk presents himself as a target and gets rewarded with an arrow.
Right.
Which brings us to
Oh, it already took it off there. Okay.
yeah.
Shoot.
Synthon, you're up. Are you on mute?
All right. Nope. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. So, all right. So I see the two goblins. Yeah, I mean, I see two. Are there more than two out there that we know?
Yeah, there's
I
three.
see-
There's three.
three, right? They're all in the kind of the same area down there. So
Seems like it.
there could be more out there.
Yeah, I was
Maybe.
thinking that we
Risky.
that
You
we
said
pull
there were
back
four,
and
said
take
the
cover.
I did say there were four. Oh, based
Yeah.
on
You did,
the
yeah.
tracks.
Yep.
Okay. Well, okay. There's one more out there. That well, I mean, could have brought in others from another different location too. We don't know that.
Yeah, I think we need to
Well,
we're getting pincushion before we can get to them, so we might want to
yeah. We could get
take up a
some
defensive
serious
perimeter.
damage here. You want to keep charging them?
We need to
I'll keep moving. I'll keep moving down the trail. Is there an advantage to a defensive position? I mean, if we're just going to set up a position and get attacked, and then we'd have to move out of their range, right?
Right,
Yeah,
which is
otherwise
basically
you're
the
just
whole
gonna
map.
Their range is massive.
Right. Right. So, and at a defensive position, really is just getting shot at, right?
Yeah.
So
That's what
I'm just
shields
trying to
are
think of the
for.
option. Yeah, but I've got a shield, so I could maybe I'll go ahead and move forward. I think unarmored folk may want to reconsider, but I'll kind of keep moving forward.
So if you're gonna take movement as your action, you can move up to 60.
If he moves up to 30, can he be defensive, basically using his shield? Does he get any advantage there?
He gets to use his shield. So he gets to use his shield no matter what. You're at 110 feet there.
Yeah. Oh, shoot.
Okay.
All right. Well, I see no reason to move because I still have a target.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for the same one that I shot before.
All right. Which is that one.
This guy.
Yep.
Probably didn't hit.
Your arrow sails right by him.
That is a long shot. I'm gonna use my my freebie and ask if Stefan's doing all right.
He nods.
Okay.
All right. It's the monk.
I need to get some cover. And I think we need to flank him if we're gonna. Are we gonna fall back, or are we gonna press?
Looks like we're charging.
No good.
I think we're going forward, but I've also got a shield and armor, so.
Yeah. Is that going off the cliff, or is that on the edge of the cliff? I'm in the open there, aren't I? Oh shoot!
I mean, if you can't attack, you can't attack, right? I mean,
I can't reach them.
He's trying to flank him.
I can't reach them.
what if you flank him to the other side of me and come around the long way?
You mean this way?
Yeah.
So.
Or you could cut it and go this way. Oh.
Yeah. I would get behind this tree.
There's tree trunks in those trees that do block their vision the same way it blocks for you.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. Will that block the vision?
If you get close enough to one of those big tree trunks, it's very likely that you'll be in some kind of cover.
All right. So,
How far can you move?
He can move 60 if that's all he's doing.
well, I'd like to be able to take an action if possible.
What
They'll
action
hold
you
my
gonna take?
action once well, if they're probably not going to move forward, and I don't really have a ranged weapon, so.
You want to go move into those bigger trees to the a little bit lower left, a little bit to the southwest?
Well, I was going to try to get in. Well, you said to get over the cliff. Now, at this point on the cliff, is it Is it still what's that distance?
Yeah, it's difficult terrain, so it counts double movement as you move through there. So every 5 feet counts as 10.
Shoot. So I can move like 10 feet. In other words.
Yeah, you can move up to
Well,
50.
that's not even to the edge of the cliff. That's not even to the edge of the cliff. So I think we'll have to post up right here at the tree and take cover.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So you're taking.
That didn't give me cover. That didn't give me cover. Can I get on the other side of it where it does give me cover?
I'll understand that you're using the tree trunk as cover. So okay. You'll get partial cover, which adds 5 to your AC.
Okay. All right. And we need to face. No, it doesn't matter. So yeah, there we go. All right. Sorry.
He's going to as his bonus action, he's going to use his bardic inspiration on the paladin.
You're great.
So he pulls out his pan flute, and
it's a one-man band.
Yeah.
So you can read what the bardic inspiration does for you. For the next 10 minutes, you can alter one die roll by adding a d6 to it. It's going to be an ability check, an attack roll, or a saving throw.
Attack roll or saving.
All right, and now we're back to goblins. Which one is this? Let's see what he can see.
All right. I'm probably going to have to go after the goblin attack.
Okay. We're going to end the middle of combat. All right, this will be the last of the round 2. I will leave it paused there. We can pick it up in the middle of combat if need be. Awkward, but... So his attack is going to be to shoot an arrow at the monk behind the tree, who's going to get a bonus for being in cover.
Which goblin's this?
Actually, it's the one that's closest. So, 17. What's your armor class plus 5?
20.
All right. The arrow clinks off the tree. The tree did its job. All right, I will pause the game there, because that's the end of a combat round.
Okay.
And I will also pause the music and say thank you to our viewers. I haven't even looked. Oh, we do have some viewers. Well, thanks, everyone. Appreciate it. We'll pick this up in the next session.